Hey guys, this is Miko from MO Sound Lab, and today we'll be looking at the latest collaboration with Neural DSP, the Parallax plugin for bass. Let's check it out. So this is Parallax. This is the newest plugin by Neural DSP at this point, and this is a bass plugin that kind of does it all. So it has the distortion section for your mid and high distortion sounds, and also a compressor for your low end, and then a global equalizer, and on top of that it does have a cabinet simulation done by myself, and obviously this cool UI that really helps you tune out everything the way you want it. For this demonstration I wanted to create this kind of mixed context, so you'll see how it takes a DI bass and turns it into a final product. So this is what the DI bass sounds like. So that's the DI bass signal that we're gonna work with. Nothing special, just my Fender P bass, precision bass, going straight into the interface, no DI or anything. And the strings are really old, just like your bass player has them. So the way we're gonna work here is that I'm gonna show you kind of what kind of mix this is. So let's just have a listen to the drums alone. And then I'm gonna add some guitar for the chorus or riff, so to say. So you get the idea. So we're gonna start working on this mix with the DI bass signal that we have. So the first thing I like to do is start with the mic up. So I'm gonna just use this setting that I have here and just go to the cabinet section. And I'm using two microphones here. You can use just one, it's really good for bass. But let's just see how you would dial in a microphone here. So you have these mics to choose from, and also you can use a custom IR. I really want to use the 1-2-1 because I know it has a lot of bass to it, so let's kind of fine tune this position. So with this UI you can pull the mic back like this, and then you can pull it to the side like this, and obviously you can do both at the same time, so you can have the mic to the side and also back. What I really want to do is have the mic as close as possible to get all the bass in, because I want to use the 1-2-1 for bass capturing. So So when the mic is in the middle, you kind of get this sizzling thing. I think I can get rid of it by pulling the mic to the side a little bit. Let's do the same thing with the 57. I think I like that sound. So now what I want to do is combine these two together, and this is what they sound like together. That's already a really good sound, but obviously I have the settings that I kind of played around with here. So let's start from the beginning, and that'll be the low compression part. So I'll just turn off the distortions, and let's just hear what this plugin does for the low end. Okay, so it's just the mumbly part, and that's exactly what you want to compress when you're processing bass in a mix. So it has a compression knob, low pass, and obviously the level here. I'll just demonstrate what the low pass does. So you can have more of those mid-range notes in, or choose to leave them out. I kind of, when I'm playing this particular riff, when I'm playing those higher notes, I don't want those to be compressed at all. I just want to concentrate the low compression on those really low notes that I'll be playing in the chorus. So a really cool trick that I can kind of share here is the indicator here, which shows you when there's compression added. So what I kind of wanted to fine tune here was that when I'm playing those high notes, it's not compressing at all. It's only compressing when I'm playing those lower notes. And I think around 150 with the low pass, that's what happened. So let's have a look at this indicator light, you would say. So you can see that when I'm playing those higher notes, it's not doing anything. So it's set perfectly. Obviously you can do stuff with the amount of compression. And you want to be really careful with the compression, because if you have too much compression in the low end, it will not be tight. So I kind of wanted to add as much as I can get away with without the low end kind of losing all its dynamics. Next thing I think we're gonna have a listen to is the mid distortion here. And this already sounds like something that I would use alone, meaning that I wouldn't even use a high distortion usually for rock. Like that's all that I need for supporting the low end to kind of get a really cool rock sound. So let's have a listen to that. That already sounds like a complete sound, but let's see how much distortion you can get with the mid distortion. And obviously you can kind of simulate not having any distortion by having it on 0. But obviously it has some distortion there. So I feel like maybe a little bit less than noon was pretty good. And that's only because I want to have some dynamics with the mid distortion. With the high distortion I can go all the way up and kind of go into that djent territory, so to say. Let's have a listen to the high distortion. I feel like at noon it's pretty much optimal. And you also have a high pass on the high distortion, and this controls how much low end you want into this distortion. This is kind of something that you would kind of, in my opinion, use in a different way depending on your genre. I kind of am not from the djent genre, so I'm not really looking for that clanky sound that you get with the high pass up. So for example, I'm sure that'll be cool for something like djent, where you really want to get that clanky sound from your bass. I'm kind of more aiming for something like Muse. You know, they have a lot of bass distortion, and that requires that there's also quite a bit of low end going into that distortion. So for that reason I'm gonna have the high pass quite low, so I get that sound that I want. So I feel like 400 Hz was the sweet spot. If I go lower than that, then it's already too much bass and it's actually not that tight. So these are the settings that I kind of ended up with, and this is the final sound. Sounds pretty good, considering that we started out with this. So yeah, it's pretty damn awesome, I have to say. Let's hear it in the mix. So, as promised by Neural DSP, this is the only plugin that you really need if you want to kind of process bass from DI all the way to the final product. And it sounds really good. It blends nicely with the guitars in the chorus, and it sounds really good with the distortion in the kind of verse. So to say, one thing that I haven't really talked about is the equalizer. I don't really use post EQ that much, but I'll kind of use it to see maybe if I can make it maybe fit the mix even better. Why not? Let's have a listen to that. So let's just have a listen without the equalizer. I think it got a lot better for the mix, and I really didn't do anything drastic, but only made it kind of cut where I wanted more cut. So in the uber lows and at 1K, and the rest of it is kind of not doing much, but I feel like even this equalizer here was really powerful for what I was going for. So let's just have a listen to the complete mix now with the sounds that I made with the Parallax. And that's it. It really didn't take that long to get kind of a pro type bass sound with this plugin. So maybe go check it out, and see you later for the next video. Subscribe. Bye bye.